a good Christmas. So, back here, starting off with Div 2. Obviously, Division 1 have had an extra week off as they would have been racing on New Year's Day, I think it would have been. Which wouldn't have exactly been ideal. I'm sure we would have had many people turn up, but obviously they'll be back next week coming into USA. But this week we're here in Baku with Division 2. Some quick facts for you guys to notice. If Beefy outscores NUF1 by 2 points or more, he wins the championship this season, and we will be crowning our first ever Division 2 champion. And realistically, the way he's been performing this season, it's looking likely to happen. But Baku is a very, very unforgiving circuit and can punish even the best of drivers. So we will be seeing what happens, because obviously even we've seen Leclerc crash out here pretty much every time he even attempts to take part in a race. So, and we all know how good he is. So let's see. We've got a Williams coming out first. That will be iStreams. He'll be the man we sit on. We're board with first. We've got our little thing. So he is another reserve that we'll be filling in today, just to bunch up the numbers. We'll see if he can compete, maybe in the mid pack, nearer the front. But yeah, it'll be very, very interesting, even in Tango. Anyway, rain at the end of race. Now that's going to be interesting, especially around this track, because realistically you want a low downforce setup for the back straight so you can get past everyone, because you can't pass in sector 2. There's no chance you're passing in sector 2 unless you've got balls of steel and the other person gives you that room. So you want it down the back straight, low downforce. And if there is rain, if it does affect the end of this race, we could be seeing people sliding a lot. But no, we will be enjoying this. Just bear with me. I am a bit of a sub-commentator, so just bear with if I do get things wrong and everything. I'm in a bit of pain today as well, but let's get the excuses out the way early, shall we? And I do actually quite like iStreams' helmet. Very simple, black and yellow. In the Williams, it kind of looks alright, to be fair, oddly enough. He will be the first person to start his lap. Then that will be closely followed by General Goba, who is another new driver who looks, I think, is fairly decent, to be fair. So we will hopefully be seeing him near the front to the mid pack of the grid. But obviously we can only lose, I think, one or two drivers from this first qualifying session. So do take it easy. Don't put yourself in the wall, because we want a bit of excitement near the end. I'm talking to you, Tavis, if you are watching. You do like a bit of a wall. I've heard a couple worse, but I do my best. I do my best. Obviously, I don't want to leave this league without a stream. When the main commentators can't appear, but we do have a mark at the moment just sort of sitting in front, so I don't know if that looks like it's probably going to be invalidated. Yes, it is. Really hugging that wall to get out the way of General Go, but hopefully that's not got in his way enough. The McLaren, getting out the way there, having it quite nicely, going through that left-hander. You can jump that curb if you're confident, but if you're not, it's probably best just to go around it. But there's a lot of time to be gained around there. So coming down the back straight, this left and right, very, very simple, but you very, very punishing if you get it slightly wrong. You can lose pretty much the whole left wheel if you either turn in slightly too early and just ping pong your way across, but we are going to see what this time is going to be, and it is going to be a 39.405. That's going to be the benchmark we are going to be setting for today. We've got Warwick Cloud now coming down the back straight. He's going to be setting a 1 minute 41.323. Not sure if that is relative or whether he's had an issue. We're going to stick on board with CRX Mars. He is one of the quicker drivers in the division, and definitely we'll be seeing if General Gobert's time is very impressive or whether it's just pretty average. But we've got Multi-Barrack with a 40.2, and it does look like that 39.045 is looking very, very nice indeed, especially as Gods can't even beat it, and we know how good he is. Maz, it's probably one of his strongest tracks on the game. He's done a 39.758, so these guys have really got a guy to push and chase today. Beefy just coming out of the pits now, the man to watch to see, make sure he doesn't well, hopefully he can maybe get his title wrapped up today, and he will be moving up into Division 1 for next season, which will be very interesting to see how he copes against the quicker guys. We have seen him a couple race, especially around Zandvoort, where he was actually within or just outside the top 10, so it's definitely doable for him to pick up points week in, week out, and it'll just be another stage of his career and really trying to push on. NUF1 has recently did take off assists this season, and it's taken a little while to get used to it, but he's really starting to come into a bit of a flow around here now, and definitely we're seeing the improvements from him. He'll be one to watch either for the remainder of this season. I think he's got some brilliant racecraft, but there we go, in a 5th place at the moment with 40.0. Now we're going to sit on board with have we got any, who's coming down the back straight? It's going to be Aravik who we're going to be sitting on board with, see what time he can do. It's not looking great in terms of a pole time, but in terms of maybe 6th or so, you could probably see that happening. But I don't know, I've been wrong before, and do you think it's going to be the 40s though? Here we go across the line. It's going to be a 41.666. It's going to be the slowest time of them all so far. Freddie has also done a 41.377. FIFA Beefy is going to be on our lap now. We're going to sit on board with this man. Well, not on board, but sort of cinematic cams, the TV cameras. We're going to watch this man go around. Picked himself up a nice pink helmet. I'm not sure if he's had that all season, but it's definitely something I've noticed today. Rocking the pink. But he is going to be wanting to probably just make his life as easy as possible and place himself on pole position. He has got a purple sector 1 as well. God damn, I've given myself a headache. I've been speaking a lot recently. But here we go through the castle section. This is the most brutal part of the circuit. Can he make it through? Yes, he looks very committed through there. Getting a good left-hander now and launching yourself onto this second straight with a slight kink. I wouldn't really call this, well, it is a bit of a turn, but you don't decelerate at all. Is he going to bump this curb? No, he just goes around it, making sure he does not have any issues. Now you really want to get a late entry onto this corner to give yourself the best exit possible. Now coming around the left right here, probably the most brutal 2 corners in the game, but as we do have yellow flags, as a Merc has pulled out the way, I would assume, but he's going to be coming across the line very, very soon, about now, and he's going to be setting a 39.33, well, 366, and what I've just mixed is Mars going a 39.282, so he's the man to beat now. General Gobert has actually been beaten. Now we're going to stick on board with Madden. He's going to be coming across the line, and we are going to see what he can do. This is definitely not the right delta. He's definitely not done an 8-minute lap, but apparently it's not even been a lap. So We'll stick on board with the Haas man, TJ Fairface, possibly the perfect Haas driver. Unreliable and crashes a lot, so realistically he can have a good performance in him. I think he has picked up a couple of points this season, but he has been improving a lot, as we've seen from a lot of drivers. He's going to be coming across the line. It's going to be a 42 something, I would assume, and it is a 42.4. And that is going to be the slowest time of the day so far. But there's definitely a lot of improvement to do in that lap. So coming through the castle section now. And it's not quite as committed as maybe he'd like. I feel like he definitely has backed off of this a little bit. Aravic getting out the way quite well, and we are going to be seeing what he can do. It's definitely nowhere near a pole time, hopefully. And no, this is not the lap that he would like, and probably, oh, he has lost part of his front wing. That would explain pretty much everything you would like to see. I just would like to see. Yeah, he does make it around these two corners. DJ Jeff Dragon has retired. He has actually crashed out. So I'm going to sit on board with Worried Cloud and see what's happened here. And the car's just in the middle of the track. I'm really not sure how he's done that. But everyone's diving out of the way. We should realistically, that should be a red flag. That's brutal. I don't know how he's lost that car, but he's going to be starting from the back of the grid. He's the first driver we're going to be losing from the session. Go but racing like a general with that first time. Yes, he is. This is going to be good. He might get a bit of slipstream. Let's not forget Tavis got to Q3 in China. Absolute hero. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's terrifying. It is, honestly, that's mental. I'm not if DJ Drift Dragon is in the stream. Do you want to let us know how that's gone down? Because the car ending up there is pretty impressive, realistically. General Gobert has got his little esports helmet on, so I would expect him to be near the front. Brady Salted saying, gotta question the marshals there. Yes, we do. Honestly, should have been a red flag. Session should have been stopped. And Gobert is looking like he's going to be putting it on pole. And have we got our Division 2 Chapelele? God, he's looking dominant at the moment. It's looking like this is going to be a 38.8 more than likely. Coming across the line, it's going to be a 39.091. So 2-3 tenths off what I thought it was going to be, but definitely a pole time again. These guys are really going to be pushing now to be able to beat anything this guy sets. Now, God has lost his front wing, so he won't be setting the any decent times now. And NUF1 setting a purple sector 1, 5 tenths up on his previous best. So this could be a competitive one. You really do need to be in the 39s realistically to have any sort of shout. And a bit of a silly mistake there by NUF1, just turning in that little bit too early and giving himself a little invalidation there. Mars and Beefy have all retired now from the session. They're sure they're going to be going through. Madden still hasn't set himself a time. And we'll be really looking for a Sloth. Another one of these drivers you'd really expect to be nearer the front of this grid. And he's not set himself a time. He needs to get himself in. He's going to get himself through. But we're going to see. Maybe this isn't one of his better ones, but here we go. It's going to be a 40.021. So 60 milliseconds quicker than NUF1 and 3 tenths off Maz. So there is a bit of a gap. especially the 7th and 8th, really just bridging the gap between almost a second of 6th and 9th. But it does look like that's pretty much Q1 done. As TJ Furface has not actually improved on his time and has retired from the session. So if Kurtboy can get a valid time in, it does look like actually TJ Furface has retired, because Madden has still not set a time, but it's gone round a fair few times, but I don't think I've seen one invalidation, so that's fairly odd. Kurtboy now having a purple sector 1, whether it is or not is beyond me, but there we go. It's not really done that perfectly though, has he? And I don't really feel like we're going to be seeing the best of Kurtboy this weekend, because obviously he apparently is on the pad, so not something he's going to be used to. He'll be looking to just get himself through and try and get some points. That's terrifying. Got to question the marshals there. Oh no, that's a great time flexing on us in Q1. Yes, he is. But Ashvin's actually gone quicker, which I've completely missed. Ashvin's gone a 39.050. So honestly, General Kenobi's General Kenobi. Sorry, I'm in Star Wars mode there when I see General. But no, General Goba is thrown down the gauntlet, and Ashvin is smacked him around the face with his fencing glove and basically said, "I challenge you to a duel." And obviously he's gonna have one. And apparently General Kenobi is getting clipped, so oh dear. Oh, trying to have a good time here. Alright, Freddy coming across the line. What's he going to be able to set? Is he going to be able to improve on his time? And no, he's not. He's going to be... But it does look like TJ Furface is going to be safe, because Madden can't seem to get a lap together. As we look at his Sector 1 split, if it's any better, it is 4/10 off, and I can't see... Well, really, he's got wing damage, doesn't he? Yeah, he has no front wing. I think that is pretty much all she wrote for Q1. Yeah, I think we've just seen Madden just drive forever today. We are going to see how many laps he's done. Apparently 0. So he has literally just come out and got wing damage again. So that's always an impressive one. Oh god, I got a headache. I really shouldn't speak this often. It hurts. But it does look like TJ Furface is going to be seeing himself into Q2. With a little bit of luck, DJ Drift Dragon murdering himself, and no, he's not. He's out. Madden getting himself into Q2 with wing damage, so he definitely has a lot more pace in him. I probably shouldn't have cursed him like that. But, yeah, Madden just scraping his way through, and we have then lost 2 drivers in TJ Furface and DJ Death Dragon. Not quite sure what happened to the McLaren of the McLaren, but we will hopefully get an explanation, not maybe today, but at some point after the race, in post-race chats, we will get some sort of explanation on why or how he's done that. I've just seen Aravik die. And the unfortunate thing about that is Aravic's now out. I think he forgot about that, if I'm being honest. And he's now out of Q1. So not his smartest moment. I did forget that for a minute myself. But no, Aravic's out. So we've only got 14 drivers going into Q2 now. Because obviously we don't have a test car getting brought here. So that's his car broken. Very interesting. Very, very interesting one. I do say the least. And one day Madden's car will crawl around to end this session, or maybe the time will run out first. But he's currently on a 2-minute long lap. Madden just getting his stream time in now, I guess. And going past the pits. And gonna end the session there. 14 drives for Q2. Yes, it is. So, we are going to be saying, and well, we're going to be seeing these guys go for an early bath and maybe have a little bit of reflecting for the the Renault driver. He's going to be starting right at the back. He's got a 5-place grid penalty as well. But DJ Draft Dragon, TJ Furface and Aravic have all gone. Aravic will probably be sitting there in a corner of a room somewhere and probably thinking about what he's just done. Giving himself a much harder racing was probably necessary, as Ashkvin puts it on the front row of the grid for Q1. Now, that means absolutely nothing, but, you know, obviously showing his potential, and General Gober really saying, neither one of these could be predicted of which one's going to go which way round. It's a 50-50, or maybe we could have another driver in there as well. Now, I probably should have moved my phone charger before this race, because my phone will die at some point if I don't move. So, more than likely, we will be seeing the Williams moving out first. And it will be Worried Cloud we see. Now, will this McLaren survive this part? It's very tight exit, isn't it? In terms of, like, it's just a straight right angle as soon as you come out. But luckily there's no wall like there is in Spa. Spa and Austria, I'd say, are the most brutal pit exits. Bit scary ones. Can definitely get wing damage on both of those. Brazil's quite nice and chilled. Pretty much full throttle that. But no. Spa's quite scary. Exit very tight. Right. So. I will get my commentary back underway as soon as this McLaren comes over the line to start his lap. Now. So. Do you know what? I really wish we had 35% races like they did in esports this year. I just think it's so good. But it's esports exclusive, so isn't it? So here we go. and Warrior Cloud is going to be starting. Actually, we'll stop talking about this lap, and we'll put a question out here to you guys. Well, I feel like it's 99% going to be agreed, but I'd like to see DLC tracks. Maybe add in the Bahrain oval track, pretty much. Imola, Mugello, all of them. Because then we could actually make ourselves a COVID calendar and have a pretty good season, but no, we're not allowed that apparently. Even though they do have the track scans for all of those tracks, as I am pretty sure they made. God, which one is it? The Project? No. The Project cars they made? Or am I wrong? But anyway, Codemasters do have the scans for these tracks, so it is possible to put them in. Warrior Cloud does take that nice and safe to make sure he does get around. As he's going to come across the line, and he is going to set a 40.5. NUF1 has retired from the session. I'm not sure why, because he's defo one of those drivers that could definitely do it. And Goba has actually gone for a 40.4 on the mediums and has actually beaten these guys' times. Multi-Barrack has done a 41.7, so that 40.4 is looking better and better every time. We're going to look for a couple guys. Maz, where is it? We want fitted. There we go. Pretty much everyone's on these medium compounder tyres then. Gods is actually gone for the softs, so is Mars, and they've both gone, well, Jesus Christ, 38 sevens for the both of them there, so they're not messing about. I'm pretty sure that's actually better than both pole time. Well, the pole time by 3 tenths. So Freddie going with 43.1. That's not going to get him through at the moment. And Streams is going to be coming across the line. He's going to be going into 41. Maz did a 40.8. Kurtboy is in a 40.7. Madden's going to be coming along. I don't expect much more. And so Ashkvin has actually gone quicker than General Gobert on the medium compound tyres. So maybe General Gobert has messed his lap up or something. But these guys should be free. I'm just going to say that now. The people who are in danger are going to be I'm Sloth, Kurtboy, Maz, Multi-Barrack. I'm sure, yeah, we've got Maz on another lap, so we are going to sit on board with him at the moment. Having a little bit of a lock up there coming through the castle section. And looking a bit cautious, but there we go. But we are going to see what Sector 2's split is, see if it's up. I do have that disabled for some reason, but here we go. Coming across, he is going to be up on his time by nearly 4 tenths of a second. Now, is he going to be able to, maybe that might actually put him as the quick, no it won't, but might put him quicker than Gobert if he improves anywhere else. Now, is he going to get improvement? He goes into P4, that's a 40.3, so he does go quicker than Gobert. And Gobert's loaded up those soft tyres, so maybe he's thinking he's going to get knocked out. And Maz is now probably one of the safe drivers, as the 2 racing points are looking very, very strong today. There's yellow flags as Maz and Freddie are getting out of the way. as they are actually driving together. Having a little bit of a conga. Madden has done about 15 million laps again, as usual, but we will be seeing what he can do, seeing if he can get himself through into Q3 on these soft compounder tyres, because I don't believe he thinks he's going to get through, but here we go, soft, and that's a 40.3, and he will more than likely be going through with that. And FIFA Beefy is going to be coming on his outlap now. And sets of 2 yellow flags, and that is Maz and Freddy again, having a bit of a conga. But yeah. As I do have to take this call quickly, so. Right, I am back. So Beefy coming on his lap. Don't know what his sector 1 split. Actually, no, he hasn't even gone over the sector 1 split yet. So, in terms of sector 1s, it's looking pretty alright. But maybe not the best thing to bump that curb though. As Maz is completely out of fuel, as we can see. He's doing the driver's shame. But here we go. Beefy looking very committed through these corners, hooking up everything here. And we'll be seeing what he can do. Is he going to be able to keep himself safe, or is he going to be pushing himself into the danger zone and maybe having to use those soft compound tyres to go through? Here we go, coming round left, right. We haven't actually seen anyone die around there yet, but I do feel like we probably will in the race, especially when it starts to rain, or if it does end up starting to rain, which it probably will, because we'll probably have a safety car or two. And he does go just slower than Maz, so Maz is looking pretty damn safe at the moment. But it does look like Beefy's going for another run of it here, so well, apparently we've got rain in 5, and it does look like it's got a bit darker, but Maz now hoping that Jeff is on crack. So I mean, it's been known Jeff is a bit of a druggie, but if there's rain in 5, then that's going to be an interesting Q3. A lot of people will struggle, actually. It might mix it up, but here we go. Do I have a really bad back today, so right. As I haven't actually been a massive wobble there. Beefy almost losing the car, and that might actually be his lap completely gone. We will be looking at splits. Where's our split? It's just down the end here, as we've got General Go, but no, that's not. That's Madden out the way, and it does look. Yeah, that's his lap completely gone. That would probably be the oversteer moment that he wouldn't have been best pleased with. Kurt Boy now going on a lap. He is the man in danger as well, so he's going to really have to push on, as Freddy's doing about 15,000 laps. Now, to be honest, Robbie, I do apologise, but I don't think Jeff's on crack, because it's looking very, very dark around Sector 2. As we've got Cartboy not improving on his time, so he looks like he's probably going to be maybe one of the victims of this session. Is very close towards the back, but I think the top 6, maybe 7 are safe, and I don't see the guys who are below here improving much more than they already have. But obviously Gods and Mars are definitely safe. They've retired. We have 2 very impressive times, and Ice Streams is improving by 6 tenths, but that's still not going to get him into the 40s, which he needs to. He needs to improve about like 1.2 seconds, ideally. So if he can do that, he can knock out Kurtboy and possibly book himself a place into what is seemingly going to be a wet Q3. It's looking very, very gloomy at the moment. Freddy's lost his front wing there. Very impressive. Don't get disqualified there, mate. And he's 6 tenths up again. It's just not looking like it's going to be enough here for Streams. Well, actually, no, he's 1.6 seconds up, and Freddy is retired. And yeah, so 1.6 seconds up, which is going to be enough. I spoke way too soon, and he got very, very slippery out the edge, out of the corner there. And he's going to be more than likely knocking out Kurtboy, and that's going to mean that Sloth is going to need to be doing a lap, because that's put Ice Dreams up into P5. Now, Sloth is going to be going on a lap now. He's going to have to try and save himself. Maz has loaded up the soft compounded tires. Beefy's gone out again. General Gobert's gone out again. He doesn't think he's safe. Worry Cloud is going on a lap. Sloth is going out, and Maz isn't going to have enough time. So if he's out, he's out. He's decided it is mediums or nothing, and he has retired from the session. Now we've got Worry Cloud on a lap. These guys who are wanting to get out onto these softs might not have time, because they're going to have to get out the way for Worry Cloud here. And Worry Cloud has aborted his lap, so he is going to be hoping these guys don't improve by too much, especially Kurtboy won't be going through. Sloth is just going to be starting his lap as well. I wonder if he's got enough fuel. Kurtboy letting people go through. He's out of the session. We've got Multi-Barrett coming through. He's not going to be improving by enough. He's only 4 tenths up, and coming out on those mediums again probably wasn't the best decision. And here we go. He's going to be coming across the line. He's going to be improving to a 141.3, and he's going to be out of the session, followed by the two Mercedes. Sorry. They're going to be also out of the session, making it slightly easier for the other guys. Don't quite know why they've done it, but it does look like Kurtboy. Everyone is actually safe, so because Kurtboy's not setting a better time, these guys are still absolutely ragging it. But maybe what Maz is going to be wanting to see is maybe they're not paying attention to who's still going. These guys are still up on their times, but they're gonna be through anyway. So at the moment they're just setting times for setting time's sake, and they might actually be messing up their race. Doing this as Beefy is up by 1 second on his current lap. General Gobert is coming around. He's 4 tenths up, and it does look like he's still going. So these guys are really nailing it down. I'm not sure if Sloth had been on a medium compound tire before, but he's 2 seconds up on his time anyway. But everyone who's currently on a lap now is going to be through. They just need to come back into the pits, but they probably don't have the same information as I do, so we will be seeing probably a Sloth coming across the line. He's going to improve his time to a 38.7. That's incredible there, especially on a degrading track. As we've got FIFA Beefy, he's finished. He's gone for a 39.4. He's improved his time as well, so he's going on to the softs. We're going to see very minimal medium runners. And you know what? It started to rain, and Gobert is not setting a time, so he's going to be one of the minimal medium runners, and he's going to be coming into the pits, and that is it. But it has started to rain, so I'm sorry, Robbie, but Jeff isn't on crack, and you guys are going to have to do Q3 on intermediate tires. But it does look a lot like the medium runners, the people who are qualified on the mediums, are in a very good position. I think there's only 2 of them. I think actually, I think there's 3 of them. We've got Ashvin, Maz, and Goba, I think, are on the medium compounder tyres. So, you know, yeah, there we go. 3 people have got through on the medium compound, and they're going to be in a bit of a hot seat, really, come mid-part of this race, because these guys, I think, are going to have to probably do a 2-stop or really stretch these hards, as we have lost Kurt Boy, Multi-Barrack, Freddie, and NUF1, who has retired from the race for unknown reasons. But now we are going to be having a wet Q3 with Mars, Sloth, Gods, Beefy, Madden, Ashvin, Ice Streams, Maz, Goba, and Worry Cloud. All 10 of them are going to be jockeying it for the prize position, which is pole position. Obviously, if maybe Maz gets onto pole, he's going to want another medium runner behind him rather than getting jumped by the soft straight away. But, you know, I do think my favourite here, well, might be Gods, actually. He does seem to be quite a bit of a genius when it comes to the wet weather conditions. And here we go, it is intermediates. Now this is going to shake things up a lot. Now the thing about wet conditions is it's about building confidence, not just your 1-lap pace. So are these going to go? What the fuck was that? Are these guys going to load up for 1 hot lap or multiple runs around? Obviously these won't be started on these tyres because it will be dry for the race more than likely. And yeah, you don't start in your Q3 anyway. As Beefy is going to be the first person out. But I do expect to see these times ramping up throughout the session. We've only got 11 minutes of just non-stop action, hopefully, around this Q3. We'll be hopefully seeing times get set one after the other constantly, because look at that. We've got a little train going on. Conga line. Used to be noahsark.com, didn't it? But with Japan in Div 1. And now it's congaline.com in Division 2 around Baku. But we haven't quite had anything to the extent of Monza in real life F1, which I would like to see, as Beefy's gone into the wall. He's going to have to pit, and that's going to lose him some real time. He's lucky he hasn't actually lost his wheel there. But yeah, no, he's not going to be the first person round. He's just going to have to make sure he gets to the pits, because at the moment he's looking a bit sketchy, and he's almost done it there. He's almost lost the car, and I am going to stick on board with him, because part of me doesn't have the confidence that he's going to make it. The championship world contender has been made a lot easier, considering that his title rival is out in Q2, and it seems like he's doing his best to bottle it as well. As he is going to make it, it seems, into the pits, as Ice Streams is going to be the first man again. So, here we go. As I do think, yeah, we do have Maz is the next man in the line, in terms of who's going to be coming across the line next. So I do... Streams have a very, very dodgy exit. See, the problem here is if Maz is a lot quicker than Ice Streams, then he's going to get caught up. Or whoever, maybe this slipstream is going to do him wonders as well. This is something we'll see. He has rolled the dice, putting himself this close behind possibly an unknown driver with unknown paces. He is a reserve, but Ice Streams has, well, set purple sector 1, and yeah, Maz is closing in on him. As there we go, and that's definitely messed up Maz a little bit there, as he slowed down so drastically, so quickly, and just pinned himself across there. But Maz is going to be the first one across the line. It's not going to be a representative time though, as the Williams has got in the way of his lap. Now, it does look quite good, looking very just connected, but something we are going to have to look out for, as it does look like, is there two Alpha Tauris? Yeah, it does look, oh no, they're not together. It was just one blob. But we are going to see Maz come across the line first, and he's going to be setting the time that everyone else is going to have to beat or reach. Now, he's setting these purple sectors, obviously, because he is going to be the first one across. All full power going through all of these corners. You really need to commit. And he's going to be coming across the line. That pink car is going to be missed. I do love it, but obviously we aren't going to see any more of it. And it's going to be a 153.967. As we are going to then see, is it... Sorry, Gods is going to come across the line now. He's going to set a 155.1, so Maz is looking very good. Gods Streams has just had a nightmare. Mars with a 154.3, so Maz, maybe even with that issue, is looking very, very good. As Worry Cloud is going to be coming across the line. He's going to go into P4 with a 158.9. Now we've got FIFA Beefy. I'm Sloth going into P5 with 2 minute 3. These guys aren't confident at all when it comes to these conditions. General Gobi. God, I'm really struggling here with my words today, aren't I? General Goba is into the pits, so we've got a lot of people who've just aborted their laps. I'm wondering whether some of these guys are even going to be able to hook it up. As Madden comes across the line into P4, he's got a 157. I'm just going to be having a look. He is on another lap, Maz. So I'm going to sit on board again with him, because he's going to be the next man across the line in terms of someone who's going to be setting a time. Just curious, is he going to be beating his time? Again, it just does seem like the wet is his domain by the standings at the moment. He's 1.6 seconds up on his time. He is building confidence constantly around here. Here we go. And my dual shock battery level is low, so I will be, struggling a lot in terms of battery life and everything. So let's just keep the headset on charge. And he's going to be improving his time to a 152.01. Now that's going to be something to beat. These guys are, I don't even know. That's impressive. But Mars is going to be the next man across the line. He's going to be trying to beat it. It does look like he will not be beaten. It's a 52.7. He would have gone on pole if Maz hadn't improved there, as Gods is coming into the pits as well. That is a beautiful camera angle I've just seen there. And Madden is still going. Just going to be having a look to see what he's going to be doing. Worried Cloud, I think, has just improved on his time. Madden improving on his time for 1.4 seconds, so he's going to be moving himself up, possibly. Saying he's got purple sector 2, but I don't believe that's a purple sector 2 delta. And here we go. Going to be loading up. Everything's running out of power for me right now. Not great in terms of reliability, am I? But Madden's going to be moving up into P4 with 55.489. Now, is Maz still going? Let's just have a look at his telemetry. No, he's not. He's going to be coming into the pits. He's got enough time to come in and get back out and really jet one in, because the guy's on an outlap now. It's pretty much one-shot qualifying for them. General Goba and Ashvin are arguably, possibly the quickest guys around here this weekend, and they're struggling. And General Goba is going to be setting his time, but I am going to have a look. Mars is going to be improving on his time. I'm just going to quickly switch off. I can't see what he's doing. So, you know what? I don't know. But, here we go. He's going to be setting in. I think this will be a provisional pole time. It's looking very, very quick. Only just hitting the 50s now. 51.8, and that is the time to beat, as Maz is just coming to the pits now, and he's going to have quite a lot to do now if he wants that pole position time. 3 temps, especially in the wet, as something where really it's quite difficult to do. But that is another stunning camera angle. I do love some of these street circuit camera angles. Very, very, very good. Arty camera angles they are to me, but he's up by 0.3 of a second. That's not going to be enough to challenge the pole times by Beefy, but obviously he's going to be strengthening himself up into P3. So, you know, maybe that's just what he wants. As Madden does seem to... Yeah, Madden's very slow. Whether he's lost his front wing, I'm not too sure, but Beefy's going to be coming across the line. He's going to be setting a 1:52.7. Now he's going to be within the second of Maz. Maz is now just coming out of the pits now. He's got enough time to get around, do one lap, and that'll be it for him. So he really needs to link this up. Now, Gobert has done a purple sector 1. Is he going to be able to do it? And he's hit the wall. That is not good for him at all. Now he has to set this time. He's going to have lost quite a bit of time there now. But what's he going to be able to do? It's not going to be pole. And it's not... It's a P4 for him. And that's it. That's all he's going to be able to do, because he's got wing damage. And, well, he's not going to be too impressed with that himself. But there's going to be a let-off for some other drivers, especially... But this is, again, things that Chapelele did when he first came, bottling the Q3s. And Ashving now having massive slide there, looking quite nice, actually. But a purple sector 2, whether it is or not, we will be seeing very soon. Ashving coming around, not hitting the wall, which is a much bigger improvement. But I do think this might be a pole position time. And he's going to come across the line. It's going to be a 52. It's not a pole time. He's in P4. And these guys can't be separated, can they? As we've got anyone near finishing a lap. Gods is on his lap. He's only just up on his times, though. So he's not necessarily what I probably hyped him up to be. And might be a little bit annoyed by that, but... No, iStream still hasn't managed to set a time, which is a bit unfortunate for him, but I think he will be setting a time very, very soon, as Gods is 9/10 up on his time now. So he probably will be beating the time of Worry Cloud and will hopefully be pushing himself up into P6. And if he's feeling good about himself, P5, or, yeah, P5 is probably what he can get. As he comes across and he is P6, and that look, he is going to have enough time to do another run if he does get the time. But the next person that we are going to be seeing on a lap is going to be I'm Sloth. He is currently the slowest man on the track. Definitely not. He's improved by 10 seconds there. So, yeah. Obviously, he is 10 seconds off the pace, so I'm not quite sure where that's going to put him, because it's such a drastic improvement. But here we go. I do hope that Red Bull and McLaren do get out of the way for when the other drivers come round. But here we go. I'm Sloth coming across the line. He's in P2. That's a 50.520. Maz is currently up on his time, but we are going to stick on board with the likes of Ashwin, but he is not going to be doing any better. Gods is also on a lap. He's 3/10 up. Worry Cloud isn't going to be doing anything more. iStreams is also finished, so the only people to come across the line, and that's Maz not setting another time. He's messed up, so he's P3 at the best, but Gods is on the time as well. So is he going to be pushing his teammate down into P4 maybe? Or is this maybe the best he can do? I'm not quite sure. And he has hit the wall, but I think he may have got away with it there. As it does look like it. He's 8/10 up. So I think he might be pushing him. Yes, he will be pushing himself up. So whether he'll be able to go past Ashvin or not. He's going to be the last man to come across the line today, as Maz isn't going to be improving on his time. And here we go, as God is going to be coming across the line and puts himself into P6. General Goba is P7. Ice Streams isn't going to be improving either. So this is your grid order. Mars is on pole position for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and I'm Sloth, the man who I was saying could have got knocked out in Q1, is on P2. Brilliant time by him. Then Maz on P3, not being able to improve, but I think he would have probably been in P2, possibly even P1, if he'd not made the mistake he did in the second sector. Now Beefy, the man who has to beat NUF1 by 2 points or more to win the championship, is in P4. Ashvin in P5, Gods in P6, General Goba in P7, Worry Cloud in P8, Streams in P9, and Madden in P10. So that's our top 10. I'll be taking you through that again once we get onto the formation lap, but it's going to be looking like an interesting race. 4 tenths up before his spin and pole was on, apparently, so definitely one he'd be disappointed with. And I will be right back because I need to get my phone charger. Right, crisis averted. Phone's on charge, so we can now keep up with absolutely everything that's going on again. So I'm going to take you through the grid order now. Mars on pole position. I'm Sloth in P2. I don't know where I've put my... There we go. I'm Sloth in P2 on the soft compound tyres. Maz, the front runner of the medium compound tyres, he's in P3. Beefy, the championship leader and possibly winner for today, as he just has to get it done, and he is in P4. Ashwin in P5. He is the second runner of the mediums. P6 is Goz. General Goba is P7 on the medium compound tyres. P8 is Worry Cloud. P9 is Ice Streams. Madden in P10. Then outside the top 10 we have Kurtboy. He is on the medium compound tyres. Then on the hards we have Multi Barrett. Then Frederico is on the hards as well. NUF1 again on the hards. It seems like there's a bit of a trend here, but TJ Furface again on the hards, and DJ Just Dragon on the hards, and Aravik also on the hard compounded tyres. So these guys are going to have a massive overcut and could really affect the end of this race. NUF1 is going to be wanting to cut himself away through this grid. The same with DJ Jeff Dragon and Aravik. They're not going to be too best pleased with themselves the way this race has gone so far, as Multi Barrack almost plows into the back of these guys and Ice Streams. Was ghosted, but here we go. So I'm going to turn on, we don't want that, we want that. Well, actually, no, we'll have position change on. But here we go for the first race of VIL in 2021. Hopefully it'll be better than 2020. And we've got a DSQ, we've got a couple of DSQs, people are crushing into each other. Not quite sure because we're on a back straight, but this is Division 2, I guess, but where magical things can happen. And I will be hoping to see a clean start as this is one of the more demanding places, and you do have to be patient around here, as Mars will be the one possibly leading it. Mars or Sloth, I would say, are the ones looking to be leading it into turn 1, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for Baku, and these guys have made up 13 positions already, but we do have Sloth, who's made a brilliant start, and he's going to be going up the other. And it does look like there's been a bit of carnage, and it does look like Mars has gone all the way around. General Goba has made himself up into P2, but he has got wing damage. VSC has been deployed, and Worried Cloud is up into P3. Now, hopefully these guys won't be driving into each other too much. Well, what the hell is going on here? There's people holding each other up left and right, and it's going to be losing them time constantly, and these guys aren't going to be too impressed with this. As Worried Cloud now is going around, so these guys don't have wing damage, it seems, and have got away with one, but Mars is going to be a bit unhappy with the way this has gone, as he is down in P15 now. It looks like we've got issues left and right. Hopefully these guys sort themselves out very soon, but the biggest winners and losers, arguably the biggest winner here is I'm Sloth getting through into P1 and avoiding all this. General Goba has just hit the wall, and possibly, yeah, Beefy's now got wing damage, and that's game on. Beefy has now got wing damage. Worried Cloud is just right up behind them. Worried Cloud is going to be looking to make a move on Beefy if he possibly can. Now, these guys really, you just have to be careful at this point, because look, these two are just going to have to pit. They've got way too much wing damage. Gobert's races on a shambles, same as Beefy. He's going to have a lot to do today if he wants to secure this title, and Worried Cloud is all over the back of Beefy. Hopefully there's no contact, and Gobert's got yet more wing damage, and Maz has now gone past him, and Gobert has had a nightmare start to this race. Worried Cloud is now pressuring the Alfa Romeo, and Maz is coming up on Worried Cloud. Is he? And it does look like Worried Cloud has just DC'd or something, because he's just dropped down the order. I'm not quite sure what's gone on with him, but we're going to switch to whatever battle we can see, because the split times are messed up on beyond belief right now. I have nothing, but it does look like we have got a lot of cars coming in for a pit, and I think Worried Cloud does have a penalty, but I don't know why he's down there, and why is Maz now? So it's a new year, and same shit. I'm Sloth is leading. Maz is apparently in P9. Worried Cloud. I will wait for this to sort itself out, and then maybe we can get on it. Madden is closing up to the back of Maz and Worried Cloud. Now, he's going to be possibly wanting to get past Maz quickly, but I just really hope it's nothing desperate either, because, let's be honest, we don't want to be seeing any issues. There's apparently blue flags, but Worried Cloud isn't a lapped car now, is he? So, Worried Cloud. Well, it says on here he's 4th. Oh, I don't even know. But we've got some shenanigans going on around here. I do think Maz will be looking to load up a move now on Worried Cloud. We are going to sit on with this battle, because this is possibly one of the bigger battles, and this DRS will really will jet this racing point right up to the end, and Worried Cloud is coming to the pits. That's going to release Maz to try and close up to the back of Sloth, who has been completely released so far. Now, Beefy has got a lot of work to do. He is currently behind NUF1. Let's just have a look. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, because at the moment we don't need it. But we have got Beefy is about 5. We're going to wait for it to start working, because honestly, it's a shambles. As Madden is actually closing up quite quickly to the back of Maz. And it does look like Kurt Boy is now out of the race, and he's lost it at that left right, it seems, and he's That's our second victim of the race now. That's going to be a warning more than likely there for Maz. He seems to be struggling a little bit, getting very close to the walls, and always makes me crease a little bit when I see how close these cars are getting to these walls. And well, we know how it can always end. And that can be a race from on for something special to yeah, something to forget, as we have got Ashvin all over the back of TJ Firstface. There is a massive pace difference between the two of them, but obviously Madden has actually made a mistake, and Madden is all the way down into, well, has lost a place now to Streams, and is maybe let off Maz from a potential overtake now. Multi-Barrack is going to be seeing, and that's massive wing damage from Streams, and he's hit the wall. Front wing flying absolutely everywhere. People are suffering so badly. I told you this left right was deadly, and it has claimed a lot of front wings so far. And it does seem, if you can keep yourself together, you can get going. But the man on for a very good finishing position today at the moment is Maz, because obviously he's got the better strategy option. But FIFA Beefy going with the fastest lap as of right now. Streams is in the pit, losing positions after positions. He's loaded up the hard compounded tyres, and I wonder how long he'll be going for on that. I am surprised we haven't seen a safety car, but I think the guys at the front will be happy they haven't seen a safety car. They don't want to give the opportunity to these guys. And as Ashvin has made it past TJ Firstface, who has really got very squiggly on the exit, maybe trying to overcompensate to something he's just lost, and Ashvin will be trying to chase down Gods now, and there is no way that battle is pretty much over. Multi-Barrack is all over the back of Madden. I do think, actually no, sorry, Madden is the one who's getting chased here, isn't he? Because Madden had the issue and slotted himself in between Streams and that, but this is the closest battle we've got at the moment on track. Everyone seems to have split up quite a bit. The incidents haven't probably helped by the way of the maybe TV standard, but it does look like, yeah, there we go. Madden has now got front wing damage, and these guys can't stop that hitting that wall. Madden is now going to be coming into the pits to get a front wing change. If these guys can keep it out of the wall, they could possibly get a podium. Now, Maz has lost about 4 attempts this lap to I'm Sloth. I'm just going to see if he did pick himself up any damage or anything. No, he hasn't. Sloth driving pretty calmly as well. If these two are just on their little world of their own at the moment, and Goba has just got past Worry Cloud, and he is going to be moving himself up into P7 and is going to be chasing down FIFA Beefy. FIFA Beefy is chasing down NUF1. Now he has to get 2 more points than him today to win the championship, and at the moment he hasn't given himself the best opportunity to do this. He is going to be pitting again, FIFA Beefy, but obviously NUF1 is as well. So if NUF1 can hold him behind, and once the tyre compounds have swapped, maybe NUF1 is in a better position, and Beefy might not claim this title today. In terms of Worry Cloud and General Gobat, though, General Gobat is under pressure again by Worry Cloud. It's not a pass and run away. It's very much a pass, and he's sticking with you. So you do want to keep your eyes on the car behind, as Worry Cloud is possibly in a very good position if he can stay within that DRS zone to make a move on the back straight, and maybe they'll be swapping again. But Madden, Gods looks like he's had a bit of an issue, and he's lost his front wing going into that castle section again, and that is a VSC coming out, and Ice Dreams is now going to be moving it out the way for everyone else, and he has had a nightmare race today. But Gods has also got wing damage. He'll be coming into the pits very, very soon. Ideally, this isn't great for Maz in terms of tyre wear, because obviously this is going to be letting Sloth get away a bit more and conserve his tyres to possibly make the soft hard work. I don't think you can do that, but a lot of people did qualify onto it, so we don't know. But these guys have got to be aware. They don't want to lose any time. And there we go. DRS has been... Sorry. Normal racing has resumed. I think that is our third VSC now, so it will more than likely be a safety car next. After this, Maz looking like he's in a little world of his own. He has closed in actually on I'm Sloth by about 6 or 7 tenths now under that VSC, so that's actually benefited him quite nicely. As you can see, he's got a nice little new helmet. Probably if he does keep this up, he wants that consistency. I do like this camera angle, so that's the only reason I was actually just staying on board there to savour the moment. But that is possibly, I do love the helicopter view angles, the top down views on these cars is very nice. But we've got it again here, and Warrior Cloud is looking to stick on the back of General Gobert, but General Gobert is now pulling away and has just got him outside the DRS zone, so that's another VSC now. As that is again blessed Sloth who is in the pits to, let's see what tyres he's going to be fitting on. It probably will be the harder compounded tyres. Yes, it is. Oh no, it's not, as he's changing his front wing actually, so maybe this isn't. He's, oh god, where is he? There we go, he is out. Is he going to get jumped? No, he's not. And he's going to be coming out into P4. Whether that has done him any favours, I'm not sure, because I don't actually know now if he did get wing damage or not. But he's onto the medium, so he's not going to make it to the end. So Maz is actually in the net lead of this race. My back is really starting to hurt. Not great, but as long as Maz can keep this up, he's 9 seconds ahead of the next driver, which is actually Multi-Barrack. But obviously he's gonna more yellow flags in sector 3. Come on, guys, we've lost 3 drivers already. We are almost at a drive to survive level here, and it's a bit embarrassing. But Mars does seem to have had an issue. He's lost both end plates, it seems, and Gods will be making short work of this man very, very shortly. As we will be seeing a move possibly going into this corner. No, not necessarily. But Gods needs to be careful he doesn't run into the back of him. He does need to be a bit more commanding though on a car that has this much damage, because he's going to be losing so much time. Now either he sticks it down the inside, which doesn't look like he's going to do, or just the amount of time you're losing through these, you do need to maybe just stick your nose in and nudge him a bit wide. And there we go, he's gone through. Mars made another mistake, and Mars is going to have to pit because that front wing is basically useless at this point. As Multi-Barrack and DJ Jeff Dragon are side by side, and I don't know where that came from, because I don't remember DJ Jeff Dragon being that close, but now he's passed and he's going to be looking to close in that 9.5 second gap on Maz in front. Maz is going to be having a bit of a tune time. He's going to be listening to his songs. Maybe I can see him listen to a bit like Katy Perry Firework or something like that. You know, he's a very empowering young man. So, you know, I do think he'll be listening to some of these like Raw or something. Maybe it's Barbie Girl because he's in the pink car. So maybe he's just feeling his feminine side today, and he'll be listening to some more like varied music. But he's going to be hoping just to keep his head down, make no mistakes. Obviously, this will be his first. God, words are not my friend today, are they? But this will be his best result of the season. It will be his first win. If he does keep it this way, he does look like he's in a very good position at the moment, and Mars is down to 14th, getting his front wing changed. As Beefy is now right on the back of NUF1, he is going to get DRS now. Yeah, he will be getting DRS back, so we will keep an eye on this battle, because this is probably the most intense one, but we do have I'm Sloth going to be making a move, possibly on Multi-Barrack very soon. And I need to keep an eye on both of these, and I'm Sloth is going down the inside of Multi-Barrack, and he's made that move stick. And that is that done, and FIFA Beefy has also done the same, so both the Alfa Romeos moving at the same speed and on the same hymn sheet. There we go. And I think if it ends the way it does, oh god, I don't know how many, I think he does win this championship, but obviously he does need to pit again. NUF1 also needs to pit again, but they will be pitting onto the same compound of tyres, I would assume. But DJ Drift Dragon, I would like to see how many penalties he's got. So let's have a look. Penalty, he's got 5 seconds, so nothing too bad. So Maz has now done 9 laps on these medium compounded tyres. He's now 10.4 seconds ahead. Very much having a very chilled race. I'm Sloth, Multi-Barrack. FIFA Beefy is now closing in on these guys up in front. These guys aren't usually necessarily in these positions, just a lot of incidents. Brutal race to come back to, but Sloth is going to be looking to chase down DJ Death Dragon. I don't know why I can't say it. It's like a tongue twister, but he will be in DRS zone now, coming down this straight. He has just got himself inside of it, so actually, yeah, he's within 10 seconds of Maz now, and he is going to have to pit again, but is he going to be able to pull that 10 seconds back based on the tyre compound difference? Because he does seem to be absolutely flying. And Maz has really got to be aware now of what Sloth is doing, and just think, how far can you take these mediums, and what does he have to do to win this race? Because Sloth does seem to be on a bit of a charge right now. As he does look like he's going to be looking to get past, even in Sector 2. He's just looking for it, isn't he? There's a Sector 1 yellow flags, and that is Ashvin. He's had a bit of a mare there, and he's been passed by Madden. Sloth is going... still stuck. Hasn't actually lost much time to Maz, though, so I do think, actually, thinking about him, Sloth might be the one to watch for this race, because Maz isn't going to have it all his own way, as we do have Mars moving through on Freddy, and that is that done. Look at him just driving away, and TJ Furface is next up on the agenda for Mars. Now, we will have a move here as well in I'm Sloth, moving past DJ Death Dragon. And here we go. There we go. That's that passed. TJ Furface had a bit of a nightmare. He's going to have to hopefully get out the way now of... And there we go. Not causing Maz too many issues, but I'm Sloth really having the battle on there, but getting that move done. And he is now on to push towards Maz, who is 9 seconds in front. But he does seem to have used all his ERS, but DJ Death Dragon was very much on for that move, and possibly I wouldn't have backed out at that, but obviously he has. And will he fall out of the DRS? Possibly for the next. And if you really want to battle for these positions, you probably should. When you've got the weaker tyre, you need to take these chances when you've got them. And he does seem to be falling off a little bit here now. He's about 6 tenths, eluded about a tenth or so every corner. But no, he does look like I'm Sloth is just walking away from him a bit now. And there's not really much he can do about it. Sloth is actually gaining almost a second, well, almost a second a lap, yeah, to Maz. Maz is maybe saving, or I don't know, but obviously he is going to be sector 2 yellow flags, and that's going to be Ashvin again having an absolute nightmare. Cutways out, and it's the only Red Bull left. But he's somehow still in P10, so can't see that lasting much longer in terms of that. But TJ Furface is now in the pit, getting his front wing changed, and it does look like Sloth is going to be just walking up to the back of Maz if he stays out for too much longer. I do expect, though, because of these tyres, that he will be coming into the pits very soon. I'm not actually overly sure on how long these tyres can last, but 11 laps on the softs around this type of track, it does seem that about at the end of their lifespan, because it does look like Maz is about 5 tenths a sector off his best times. So maybe that's the end of these tyres, and he's going to have to hold off a charging Sloth, especially near the end of this race when Sloth puts on these soft compounded tyres. Well, if he even needs to, I think he might be taking these to the end, and then I mean Sloth's in the better position. But Beefy is pulling up to multi-barrack now. Does look like he's going to make short work of this Ferrari as well, so we will be seeing him move into a championship winning position in P4 if he can just get through here. And that's a safety car now, and maybe that is absolutely blessed. Maz there, full course safety car. He's going to be coming in and onto the hard compounded tyres now. DJ Jeff Dragon's going to be coming in, multi-barrack's going to be coming in, FIFA Beefy's going to come in, everyone's coming in, and Sloth's going to be on these somewhat fresh mediums. I'm not actually sure. Does this multi-barrack's gone onto the softs? He's not going to go to the end. NUF1's also gone onto the softs. These softs don't go 10 laps or so, do they? That's a big risk. But multi-barrack's going to be all over the back of Maz, which isn't exactly a good thing for Maz. But here we go. We will be seeing how this goes, because this is shaking it up quite a bit here. I'm not, in terms of strategy, I'm completely clueless around here. I've had the Christmas break. I've lost all my knowledge of what is what. And Gods is now getting, I think, a front wing change, and he's lost a position to Madden in the pits as well. But it does seem a lot like Maz is in a bit of the loser's seat right now, because you've got all these guys and they're all going to be able to go to the end. It's very unfortunate for him, but I guess that's the way it goes. In this sense, they've messed up, and they've actually managed to get a bit blessed by it. But I'm Sloth, and Maz will be hoping to get away from multi-barrack and DJ Death Dragon. These guys do have mistakes in them, so there is to hoping. Beefy is also very much on for a good result here tonight as well. NUF1 is just trying anything he can to keep this championship alive. I think it will probably go to 1 point if NUF1 manages to beat him only by 1 position today. So it will extend it for 1 more week, but obviously not for long. So I am going to stand up, actually, because my back is absolutely killing. I think I've got a trapped nerve. Now, actually, I do think what I forgot about is the wet conditions. These guys are going to go to. Now, I wonder if Maz has maybe forgot about that bit, or I don't know, because he could have possibly gone on to the softs like the other guys and push for those wet conditions, but I don't know. Now I'm just gonna as we do have them just sort of cruising around. Do you think we're waiting on a couple cars to go, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go to the toilet while I wait for that. Be right back. As I was right, they are still waiting on the cars to come back round. So I think we will have one, maybe two more laps of this safety car. The longer it goes on, the worse it is for Maz. But obviously he's going to want people to have mistakes in them and obviously mess up, but Sloth is on for some very good points at the moment today. He's going to be hoping the rain comes pretty soon, because the way it's going, it does look like we've got the likes of DJ Jeff Dragon, FIFA Beefy, Multi-Barrack is going to come through these two, and there's not much they're going to be able to do, as Maz is on the hardest compounder tyre that is available, and is available this year. So whether they're going to be able to do anything about that is another thing altogether. But we are waiting on a couple of these cars just to get back round, and but here we go. So I really do hope to see the safety car in this lap, because obviously the longer it's out, the harder it is for me to commentate, as there's not a lot happening. But I do think it will probably be in the end of this lap. That's the way it seems to go, and these guys are very close to the back of the grid, so it wouldn't be too much of an issue if it did come in slightly earlier than these two. But there we go, the safety car should be in the end of this lap, as everyone's up to the back now. Safety car in this lap, and we'll get seated again for the start of this race, because Sloth is going to be restarting this, and we are going to see how this goes, because I just wonder how they've heated up their tyres and whose reaction times are going to be better, because if Sloth doesn't get this right, he could let Maz through and then he could be under pressure, or if Maz doesn't react quick enough and then he could be under pressure. It's just, yeah, I do expect to see him going very, very soon, as he's still going, and there we go, he's gone. And he does seem to have, he's got away from Maz. Maz has got away from Multi-Barrack. Now Multi-Barrack's under pressure now from DJ Death Dragon, and again, it's on the brakes, isn't it? That is hard compound tyres. Just don't have it, as we've got General Goba possibly almost hitting the back there of the thingy, but now Worry Cloud is all over the back of General Gobert, and is going to be maybe putting it down the inside. Is he going to be able to make that stick? Yes, he is. It's a brilliant move there by Worry Cloud, and good respect from both drivers, Multi Barrack and DJ Def. Oh my god. Death Dragon are going side by side now. Which one is going to get through? And it does look like DJ Death Dragon is going to get through. And now Beefy is onto the back of Multi Barrack as well. Even though he's on the softs, he does seem to be vulnerable. And Beefy does seem... That's a very desperate move, and they've both had an issue. And Beefy has got wing damage, and he's not going to be happy about that at all. And Multi Barrack it the same way. I'm not sure who's at fault there, but if we got POVs, obviously that will be settled, but that's going to mean Multi Barrack and Beefy are going to both have to pit. That's brilliant news for NUF1. But here we go. These three now have broken away because of that incident. Worry Cloud is into P4. The McLarens are looking very, very good now, rather than the racing points. General Gobert is going to be looking to just cruise past Beefy as soon as he can, but he needs to be aware that Beefy's not going to be able to do this corner at full pace. He has done it though, and it does look like Multi Barrack, and there's big incidents there, and Mars is out of the race. And again, I have a weird feeling that Multi Barrack may have been involved there, and that's a virtual safety car now as well, cooling everything down. And it's getting dark very quickly now, as Maz has fallen off the back of I'm Sloth, but that is probably down to the pace they're going. Frederico, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's not going to be happy. He was just a passenger caught up in that. The same with Mars, really. I do believe this was something to do with a Ferrari. But this is the restart lap, so as Freddie has put on the soft compound tyres, so has Beefy. But it is looking less and less likely that Beefy can secure his world championship today, as it just isn't going his way. As now DJ Death Dragon is going to be looking to get onto the back of Maz. Obviously these guys are all on for podiums. Now can they... which order will they come in? Obviously Maz is possibly on the second best tyre, because surely those have got to be falling off soon. Ashvin's had another error, and he's going to have no front wing. Yes, he's lost it completely, and that is possibly his opportunity to get anything substantial from this race done. But NUF1 knows what he has to do. He just has to finish where he is and keep Beefy behind. Beefy is a very accomplished driver though, and I won't be surprised to see him come back through. There is still 9 laps of this race remaining. Gobert is coming onto the back of Worry Cloud. We will be seeing a move very, very soon, but we've also got a move for the lead, possibly. So that's the priority here. These guys are very, very close. Maz sitting in behind Gobert and Worry Cloud now. And now General Gobert has made the move, and he is up into P4, splitting the two McLarens. It does look like Maz has the pace advantage over I'm Soft, but he needs to get through, or else DJ Death Dragon is going to be able to just walk through on him. And I'm Sloth is just trying to keep himself out of that slipstream. And yes, it's not looking too great for him. Beefy is now in the pits, moving... Ashvin's into the pits, moving Beefy up into P9. Worry Cloud is losing the back of Gobert, and NUF1 is closing up to the back of these guys, but this is the real battle we're looking at right now. Maz having a bit of an error, I would assume, falling a little bit off the back of Sloth. And realistically, he needs to really push the back of this Alfa Romeo, because both of them have got no penalties, and it does look like Sloth is getting the better of the Racing Point driver at the moment, whether that's down to lack of ERS or something. But it does at the moment look a bit worrying for Maz. He might be losing his P2, and actually from going to attack for the win of this race, he's now looking like he could possibly be on the back, but he has got himself into the DRS, so he's going to be closing up to the back. But again, no, it's a bit sketchy for him, but NUF1 has now gone through on Worry Cloud, and that is the Mercedes driver up into P5. It's looking better and better for his championship hopes, but he is going to have to hope for nightmares for Beefy all over again, as Maz is trying his very best, I would assume, to keep up with I'm Sloth. I'm Sloth is a very accomplished driver himself in other leagues as well, so I won't really think about mistakes from him. And Maz has just had a bit of an error there, and has lost 2 attempts and really put DJ Death Dragon on the back of him, as he's really seeming to be struggling on these hard compounder tyres. And it's probably this could cost him. He does want to be seeing those. I do think he wants to be seeing the wet conditions as soon as possible, as I have just lost all deltas because the game hates me. Now I'm just gonna have to do this by the map and the map only. Now Gods is closing up to the back on Madden. Worry Cloud is losing the back, and it does look like it's starting to rain now. So yeah, we are starting to get rain. So how quickly does the precipitation hit the ground? And I don't even think that was the right word, but how quickly does this start to get wet? And obviously Maz I think is going to be the one who feels this the quickest, but it's not going to be ready this lap. So I think one more lap and this might be intermediate conditions for the last 6. Here we go. But we will be seeing the DRS getting disabled pretty soon, because I wouldn't have thought it takes that long to get a street circuit wet, as Gods is now all over the back of Madden, and he's going to be looking to get past as soon before the wet comes, because obviously we've seen he does struggle in the wet. Now DJ Death Dragon's all over the back and almost hits the back of Maz, and Maz actually seems to be the one who's coming off the best in these wetter conditions, as DJ Death Dragon had made a mistake, and he does seem to be sitting on the back a bit more of I'm Sloth. So, and I'm Sloth has just made a massive error. I'm Sloth, he's going to be going for the move now, and he's backing out of it. He's definitely thinking better, and it's probably the wiser decision, as we did see how Beefy went down with multi-barrack. These guys are really struggling for grip, but it just doesn't seem like it's the time for intermediate conditions yet. But I'm Sloth is very much struggling now to keep this racing point behind him. As I say that, though, Maz now makes a mistake, and it's looking like anyone could make a mistake anywhere at this point. It's getting to that point. It really is, as we have had an error from Gods. Now obviously we did say he does struggle in the wet, and he has lost a bit more time. Now we are going to be looking, I do think, and Maz has actually lost the back of I'm Sloth in the last sector or so, because I do think it might be becoming, as he is going to follow him in, and this is intermediate times. 5-second penalty for Maz for speeding in the pit lane. That could cost him dearly. He's not going to be happy about that, though. And I'm Sloth is going to be coming out in first. Everyone is coming in now. Maz needs to get 5 seconds in front now for himself to possibly win this. Well, he needs to get a 5-second gap now to DJ Death Dragon, because obviously we do know that Sloth is pretty quick in the wet as well. He's not bad. And DRS has been disabled now, so if you were still out, like General Gobert, you are going to be falling down. And Ashvin has put himself onto the hard compounder tyres for some reason. And General Gobert is going to be struggling, and has actually put himself onto the softs recently. So NUF1 is going to cruise past him quite easily. Here we go. There's General Gobert, just doesn't manage it. But no, Maz isn't going to be too happy with himself. He's not going to be best pleased, but he is gaining on the back of I'm Sloth. So there is always a possibility getting very, very close to that outside wall. And obviously he wants to get this win, doesn't he? As much as the next person, but Gods does seem to have made a massive error again, and his teammate is on the complete other end of things. As it does look like Freddie and Ashvin are having a bit of an issue with each other, but here we go. Maz possibly struggling a little bit with the grip levels. And he's had an error, and that's him spun. That is massive. He's going to be so annoyed with himself now. That is the opportunity of the win gone, and possibly even the opportunity of a podium position. The back end just went on him, and I do really feel sorry for the guy because there's nothing he could have done there. He is going to be coming into the pits, and NUF1 is going to be moving up onto that podium position, and Gobert is going to be coming through. He does have the possibility of still getting a P4, but honestly, it does really feel bad for him because he also has to serve the 5 second. He is going to be falling down. Multi-Barracks done the exact same thing, carbon copy of what Maz just did. So, you know, these things happen, and it's really, really upsetting for these guys. He's really going to be... He's not going to be happy, I'll tell you that. As DJ Death Dragon is now on for a podium position. Sloth has had a lot of pressure taken off of him, as obviously the error of the Racing Point driver. As we have got Multi-Barrack in the pit as well, and we've also got Freddy in the pit, just trying to get himself to the end as well. But he's going to be, again, if you finish this race, you're getting points. So, you know, we've lost 7 drivers. So realistically, the guys who haven't retired are doing very, very well. And it does look like Warrior Cloud is all over the back of NUF1 now. And this is the podium position they're fighting for. So I really wouldn't be surprised if these guys are pushing hard for this. And yeah, it does look like Warrior Cloud is probably going to get NUF1 on this straight if he doesn't make an error, which the last 2 people did, and he hasn't. So it does look like this is almost inevitable now for NUF1, but it does look like he's actually holding behind very, very well. There we go. And if anything, Warrior Cloud lost time to him behind, but obviously now Sloth is just pulling away. 7 seconds the gap is to Sloth. Maybe he's not pushing as much to try make sure, but it does look like Warrior Cloud is going to be going through on oh my god. Okay, so NUF1 decided to let him have that. He knows what he needs to do. He just needs to finish 2 points in front of well, he just needs to make sure that Beefy doesn't get 2 points on him, and at the moment it's not on for him. 3 laps left. He's got to hope for a miracle. And Sloth is looking like he's going to get his first win of VIL. Very, very good race for him. And I feel like I'm being very robotic now. But it looks like General Goba is slowly being caught up to by Maz. Maz is not going to be too happy about the result. He was at the front of the whole time. Beefy has just made another error. He's got himself major wing damage as well. So he's going to be moving Goba and Maz up into P6 and 7. As Beefy is going to probably come into the pit, or even not if he doesn't. And there's the rest of his front wing, and he is just having a nightmare. And is he going to get around here? Yes, he is. It's just not been the day for Beefy. It could have been anything. Anything could have been better here. It was just so close. Everyone thought it was going to be wrapped up today for Beefy, but no, he's had an absolute nightmare. And here we go. He's going to be coming into the pits again, and Maz has made his way through on Goba, who has wing damage as well. So Maz is going to be going up into P6, which is actually quite a good result, all things considered. When Beefy is out of the race, and he's not going to be picking up any points today. And might actually need quite a bit more to do now than he would have this week. But Maz now 11 seconds off the next position, which is P5. So Beefy is actually only going to get... No, he's going to get 1 point because he's completed 90% of the race. So maybe not the best of moments for him. Probably a bit annoyed with himself. But Multi-Barrack is going to be moving up into P8 and Freddy is going to get P9. Now, I'm Sloth has got wing damage, actually. Which could mean that DJ Death Dragon could be coming home to get a win. Oh wait, DJ Death Dragon has a wing damage as well, but it's major damage for Sloth, and he's really messed it up here. We've got a bit of a he's had a nightmare, and Sloth's not going to be the one who wins this race. That's heartbreaking. This is almost like a Charles Leclerc moment, and DJ Death Dragon's going to just come past him, and there's nothing he can do about it. Here we go. I just wonder, is he going to... No, Sloth isn't going to come into the pits. He's going to fight this for all he can. I guess he'd probably get a podium still, but honestly, it's so heartbreaking to see another driver fall victim to the rain, and he is not going to win this race. DJ Death Dragon is on. If he can hold together for 2 more laps, he will win this race, and probably, I think, his first VIL race win. Which is incredible, really, considering that Sloth was 7-8 seconds ahead. Now, NUF1 has moved even further back. He's been overtaken by Madden now. He's got wing damage as well. Everyone's picking up wing damage left and right. Maz is pulled in 3 seconds on them this lap. This actually means that Maz could possibly catch up to them at the end and possibly snip a P4 if he is doing well enough, because honestly, these guys all have wing damage. Madden is alright, but NUF1 has wing damage. And he will possibly actually catch an overtake. Now, Warrior Cloud is possibly going to be seeing maybe this on the team radio and is going to be pushing for I'm Sloth as well, because he's got a 9-second gap. But this is coming down so quickly, it's incredible. So will Sloth be able to hold on? It does seem like Warrior Cloud is struggling at every corner as well, though he's actually losing time there. And it seems like everyone has had a mistake in them this race, and yeah, it's not been fun for anyone. I don't think it's been a very big grind. That black Mercedes does look very nice still, though. As Maz is now 3 seconds, he is going to get past, I think, on this last lap. This is almost inevitable now. The NUF1 is gonna make it pretty easy, I think, for Maz to get past. Obviously, he has got the wing damage. There we go. He's gone wide, and he's just pulled off. Yeah, there's no reason. Maz now into P5 and will be chasing down Multi-Barrack. Maz arguably, possibly was the strongest driver in this wet, but it just had that one mistake in him, and it was a big one. And he's not going to be happy. It's possibly one of his best chances to get a win, especially with all the mess-ups from everyone else. But obviously, onwards and upwards, and he's always got next season. He will be one of the quickest. It does look like Warrior Cloud has now had a big issue, and he's going to be under pressure now. I'm just wondering how much damage he's got, because honestly, this could be a gift from the gods for Maz in terms of he could still get a good position out of this. But Sloth is just losing time after time. Now, surely he's going to get past here. But it does seem like he's just far enough in front. these guys. Now he's 14.9 seconds behind, 15 seconds behind DJ Death Dragon. It's an incredible amount of time that he's lost. Very, very unfortunate, but he does look like, by the way that people are closing in on him, does look like he's going to get second place. But I wouldn't, surely not. There's only a 2-second gap now between Worry Cloud and I'm Sloth. I'm Sloth has got 3 more corners to navigate in to try and keep in front of Worry Cloud, and it looks like he's probably going to be able to do it because Worry Cloud is really struggling for grip as well. Maz won't be able, more than likely won't be able to get in front of Madden either. I've just missed, but DJ Death Dragon has won the race, so that is incredible for him. Worry Cloud has actually overtaken I'm Sloth, and they're going to have a drag race to the finish line. Who's going to win? It does look like I'm Sloth is going to take P2. He's actually taken that back, a double overtake, and he's going to be in P2. Worry Cloud P3, Madden in P4, Maz in P5, VIL NUF1 is in P6. General Goba seems like he's going to be coming around in P7. Multi-Barrack is going to come around in P8, and Frederico in P9, who is doing a little bit of a Tokyo drift for us, as there is a bit of a car park going here, as I guess Maz and Madden had a bit of a conversation at the end of this, and we will be seeing the Ferrari come round. It was a drive to survive at the end of the day. We did lose over almost half the grid. Not the best, one of the best performances by GP2 by any standard, but obviously one of the toughest races and possibly one of the worst to come back to. Only could have been worse by being Monaco, but this does always seem to suffer more casualties than Monaco does. But saying that, we are done here for this week, and we have got a brand new race winner in DJ Death Dragon, and he is well, that's a McLaren 1-3 as well, which is incredible. Very, very good for the constructors as well. I'm Sloth in P2. Very unfortunate race for him. Worry Cloud in P3. Very kind of lucky for him in terms of how he was going today. Didn't look too great for him driver of the day. It's DJ Death Dragon. Very, very deserved. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. We are going to be back here on Thursday, me joint with Maz, going to be commentating the GP1 around USA. So I will see you guys then. We will be back here next week as well for GP2 around the US GP as well. So maybe Beefy can secure a hit that next week, but not tonight. He's been denied by his own mistakes and NUF1 having that consistency with him. But that is going to be it for this week, and I will see you guys next week on Thursday at 8 PM UK time. Bye bye.